Hey Jordan, we haven't talked to you since you got to Tuscaloosa. So, just what went into your decision to transfer to Alabama?
I just kind of tried to sit back and look at different systems, different rosters, where I felt like my style of play would fit in the best. And I talked to a few head coaches. It was easy to cut my list down to like 7-5. When I got it down to like 5-3, it was really most about rosters and where I felt like I could fit in.
Over to Joseph Goodman. Joe, here just a minute. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yeah, okay. We clear here?
Yep, we can hear you. Go ahead.
All right, great. Yeah, other than just the rosters, I was wondering what else appealed to you about Nate Oates' offense and his coaching.
I think the main thing was that he did his research. He had seen a lot of film about me, knew how I played. He had watched a lot of my games, and a lot of the coaches that called me didn't have as much of a good feel of the things that I could do, and you know how I could fit in their system. And so it was kind of vague, and so the detail about what he felt like I would be able to do in his system was more appealing to me than most other schools.
What did he say to you? What did he feel like you could do?
I can't hear.
Joe, we're having trouble
did-
hearing you.
What did you feel like? What did he say that he felt like you could do?
Oh, I mean, he saw, the fact that I had a lot more range on my three ball than most people had saw, and there was a lot more consistency. That the reason I hadn't shot it well was more of a rhythm thing, based on my numbers. As well as handling the ball, pushing it on the break, passing. He had seen a lot of my passing clips, so that was the most thing. He had seen a lot of the plays that I can make through handling the ball and shooting it off the ball, as well as like athletic and defense type of things. So I think the most impressive thing was just I could tell how much film he had seen.
Next question to Tony Sakalas.
Jordan, with Alex Chiku going down, you're the only active player over 6'10". How do you see your role kind of fitting in, and how much do you think you can provide, maybe inside to this team?
I can provide inside at any point in time. We attack mismatches, and I think that's one of the things that is good about me being versatile is the fact that I can score inside and outside. So I mean, we got a lot of guys that can score inside. Honestly, it doesn't really, it's not really a height thing. We got a lot of guys that can do a lot of things, including shoot the ball and get to the rim. So, I mean, wherever he needs me to score based on, like, the individual game, that's what I'll do.
Over to Mike Rodak.
You've touched on it a little bit there, but just in this system, what does that role, that position have different about it compared to other teams or what you might have known at Yale?
It's not too much different. We play a lot faster. And we get a lot more threes up. So I guess that's the biggest thing. But I mean, there's not too much of a difference, other than the fact that we spread the floor. Everybody makes the same kind of plays. But I think the spacing is the biggest thing.
Charlie Potter, go ahead.
You're one of several newcomers, and then Alabama had three guys that didn't play last year that's going to be on the court this year. Just have you seen that group with so many new faces kind of gel and acclimate in the few practices you guys have had?
Oh, it's been great. I wasn't here last year to see what it was like last year, but you can't even really tell that, we have a whole bunch of new guys, in my opinion. We got all the new guys that weren't here last year are learning really quick, and they're picking up new things, including myself. I'm getting better every week. And then we got the guys that didn't play last year who are getting healthy and showing us all what they can do, and they're helping us as newcomers as well. So I mean, it doesn't even look like a new group to us. I think we're going to be a lot better than they were last year, and I think we got a chance to be special.
We have time for two more. Over to Tyler Martin.
Hey, Jordan. When we talked to Coach Oats before, when practices got underway, he mentioned that defensive identity, blue collar, that's what, the focuses of the first practice were. Where would you say as a whole, defensively, because we know offensively what he can do in this system, but defensively, where do you think you guys are at right now?
I think we're getting better every day. I think that's the biggest thing. I can't really tell you, like on a scale of 1 to 10, like how good we are or anything like that. But I think, we're going to continue to get better every day of the season. We're all learning. Like I said, this is a new system for all of us, so we're getting better all the time. But one of the things is we're not really taking any steps backwards. So I think we'll be fine.
Back over to Joe Goodman for the final question for Jordan.
Yeah. Hey, Jordan. I saw where you have historical mark as being the only player ever to have a triple-double at Yale. I was wondering, what that night was like, and do you feel like you can have that impact at Alabama?
Oh, for sure. So that was a great night for me just because it was one of the things that I had always wanted to do. I take pride in my versatility as a player and, being able to pass the ball. So, the whole time I was there, I wanted to get a triple-double at some point. And so I didn't even find out until after the game that I had one. But, I saw the stat sheet, and it was a good night for me, especially because, it played a big role in us getting the win. But most definitely, we play faster here. I actually have the ball in my hands a lot more here probably, which is fun for me because we got a lot of good players around me, and they can make plays, I can make plays. So I think I definitely can. I don't see any reason why not.